stuff along those lines, and creating study guides for yourself. Pardon me. So, I'm studying for a test right now. I'm just taking a little break because my brain's getting a bit fuzzy. But basically, what I do is I create study guides for each chapter, based on my notes from the textbook. And the key thing here is key terms. And it's very important not to forget outside sources that teachers recommend. So here I have notes on TED Talks and stuff, so I'll be able to study this and refer to these people when I'm writing my wrong answer question on the test. I'm sorry, I'm a little congested. Another very important thing is using different types of visual aid. And I think Microsoft Word 2010 is great for this. They have a function called Smart Art, and I mean, almost any information that you can think of, you can turn into some sort of diagram, and they lay them out all for you and describe what you can use each one for. So this one, for example, it says, people make money, plus more people equals a flourishing economy. More people make money. More people making money equals more people spending money, basically. This is another one. This is regarding economies and different types and the range. This chapter has a lot of diagrams. This is kind of like reviewing for me. Mind maps. A lot of young people hate mind maps. We regard them as elementary, and because we were forced to do them for such a long time in high school, the lower grades of high school, and elementary school. But these are great. They help you visualize information and help you gather your thoughts. They're great for mapping out essays and everything along the likes. So those are great as well. Here's another one. Stages of economic development. What I like to do when I'm making my study guides is not only do I go off of my personal notes of the textbook readings, but I also, if you can see here, textbooks will usually have on the introduction page of a chapter key terms. And the definitions are not here. They're in the back of the book or throughout the chapter. So what I like to do is when I'm typing this up, I'll give you a good example here. When I type up my guides, I type key terms and I list all of the terms there without putting the definitions. And then before getting into the chapter and before getting into my notes, I try and quiz myself and type in the definitions on my own, in my own words, and see if they're right. If they're right, I leave it alone because obviously I know what I'm talking about and there's no reason to change it. If it's wrong, I'll change it and I'll highlight it so that I know to study that particular key term. So that's a really good tip for studying for tests and creating study guides. Another thing is you can use cue cards. I sometimes use cue cards in conjunction with my study guides, but generally it's study guides all the way. So these are politics cue cards. Here's an example, Liberal Party, and then this one's full. And then here's another example. Here's one. Hegemony. And the definition is so short, so it can range, and there can be a lot of these. Like this is half a pack of cue cards. But this is a very helpful way of doing things, and you can just pull these out on the subway. I see people doing this all the time. especially like I have an hour commute to school, maybe sometimes over an hour depending on traffic. So this is a really useful way to use that travel time, and especially if you prepare them early in advance. Another tip is, and I haven't done this yet, I'm planning on doing this right now, but I do have another version. So what I do is I have a school tab in my Filofax. This is my school dashboard, and I have notes in here of all sorts. But what I plan to do tonight is any key terms for the chapters for the tests that I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer them over to a document that's this size and print it off and put it in my Filofax. That way, when I'm on the subway, it's really easy to just pull this out and review them rather than pulling out my whole binder. And that's really great as well. The next thing I'm going to go over really quickly is scheduling your time. Sorry, one second. As always, I apologize for the hecticness of my videos. I don't usually plan them in advance. I kind of do them spontaneously. This is a really cool thing that I found at Value Village for $2.99. It's called Grolier Study Skills for Success in School and College. And this is really old. This is from 1978, but a lot of the stuff in here still applies today. So we've got using the library, using reference books, listening effectively, reading comprehension, reading in content areas, taking notes, improving memory, taking tests, etc., etc., and a copy of Elements of Style, which is very nice. What it came with is a planning pad with about 50 sheets that looks like this. And basically, it says subject, assignment, due, and time needed. And it has Sunday through Friday and time slots. This way you can schedule your time effectively and use it to your advantage. And I think this is really great. It came with a whole pad of those. So I've got kind of my own version of that in my Filofax. Today I did this up last night because I knew that I had a test tomorrow. So it says April 3rd, 2013 time management, and this is just slotted in the middle of this week. So this is next week's page. It just has 8:20, which is the time that my in-class essay today started, and then I list like the in-class essay, and then I put my politics presentation in here, and then I put in my spare. I broke my spare and lunch in half, worked on my culminating one project for the first half and one project for the second half, and I budgeted all this time. And I pretty much followed it to a T, so this was pretty helpful. And for at home, I also scheduled time. I scheduled time here, but I got this assignment postponed, thank goodness. So that's why I have time right now to do this video and take a little bit of a break. And then after this, in a couple minutes, I'll be studying again. So, yeah, and then at the bottom of the page, this is backwards, I apologize for that. It says priorities, and then I have my highlighted boxes, and I'm going to check off each when I'm done. So that is awesome, and it is definitely helpful to budget your time to a T when things start to get crunched. Because I have a test today and I have a test tomorrow, so it's really important to. A test today, a test tomorrow, a test the next day. So yeah, like I said, it's really important to take care of your time. Yeah, so that is everything in regard to studying and tests. The next video that I'm going to do will probably be in relation to Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah. I had videos planned, but I did them all. So, I'm not sure what my next video will be on. Probably an update on my Filofax. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was helpful for any or all of you. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, if you have any suggestions or criticisms. And yeah, I really appreciate your feedback. And thanks again for watching. Have a good one, guys. Bye.